Hello, indeed. Where is my spot? There we go. Oh,
there we are.
Delphine, look at you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
okay.
Chance is bragging with the new avatar.
What a
I
do.
love it.
Yeah, Delphine, you look awesome.
You too.
It's wonderful. All right, everyone, are we ready to go?
I think so.
Yep.
Maybe. Okay,
Maybe. Let's go.
get started. With some, I know my lines. Let's get started with some news from around the world that impacts all of us here in the metaverse, one way or another.
One way or the other. The password is coming to an end. Gone is the era of remembering that letter and number combination you used, and passwords so commonly used like password or the abused 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, the fun is ending as the world starts its shift to biometric data access.
Google announced that biometric and other digital passkeys will be the default for all personal Google accounts. And this week, Amazon joined them. Amazon already supports palm reading as a payment system at Whole Foods grocery stores. TikTok, Nintendo, PayPal, all are moving away from passwords. But how will this impact VR? Let us know what you think about all this in our discussion session at the end of the show.
Getting one's palms read, huh? A 2020 study out of Norway found students who wrote in cursive triggered distinct electrical activity in the brain that improved creativity, reading, and writing skills that typing did not, as well as the inability to read letters from grandparents. Cursive handwriting hasn't been required since 2010, and most schools no longer teach it.
California has now learned its lesson, has passed a new law mandating the inclusion of cursive handwriting instruction in elementary schools. It joins other states and countries around the world, again, bringing back cursive or the connected italics right into the classroom again.
This is good news for those of us trying to write in VR. It's a mess, but cursive does work better than black letters.
It does.
Yes, it does.
Sort of.
Sort of. Well, on a sadder note, our hearts go out to our friends in our VR community with the ongoing wars in Ukraine, Middle East, and tragedies in Maine and Mexico. While the manhunt continues in Maine, Hurricane Otis will be long remembered as the quiet storm that turned into a Category 5 hurricane in a matter of hours, devastating Acapulco, where some of our community live. Remember, you are not alone. We are here for you, wherever you are in the world.
Can I interject here? My grandson was going to be married in Acapulco in 2 weeks. And the whole family was ready to go. And they are just devastated.
So, that's a shame.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on to metaverse news. If you missed the show last week, we paid tribute to the silly humans who put on a Quest 3 and wander about their neighborhoods, going into stores, restaurants, and cafes, shopping, and doing real-world stuff with their Quest 3 headsets on, in pass-through mode. They are now coined as glass holes. This week, we had a blast with that. This week, we're delighted to find a novel glass hole task: doing your expense report while doing housework.
Yeah.
Gives new meaning to multitasking. TechCrunch declared wearing the Quest 3 was the best thing in the world for doing household chores. A game changer. Reporter Daryl Etherington explained to his partner that he was fine walking down the stairs with the headset on, doing dishes, folding clothes, and even doing his expense report. His expense report? He said, "Yes, I can see you just fine. You are standing next to the video player showing an episode of Below Decks." She wasn't thrilled, but loved the extra help with the housework. Using the Immersed app and folding clothes, not with the Immersed app, he used the browser to do his expense report, something he normally avoided until the last minute. Etherington admitted it was kind of like being in Minority Report if Minority Report had significant budget cuts. Love that. Have you done any household housework chores? Or we'd love to hear your reactions and experiences in our discussion after the show. I think it's all about motivation, you know?
It is. Why don't you just, that doesn't make sense. Why don't they just pop their headset off, do their household chore, and then go back to whatever they were doing in VR?
But you can
where's
watch
the
a
fun in
movie or a
that?
TV show while you're doing it. No.
Well, that's okay. And that, yes, well, that's true. You're right.
What if you're out in the, I'm picturing you're out in the grocery store and you do the pass through, but you get that world thing where you can shoot all those little muzzy things. So you're scanning in the store.
I think that's going to get you into some serious trouble.
Yeah, that would
I think so
easily
too.
that monitor.
Yeah.
Okay, on to some more serious news here. So the AWE Vienna was this week. The AWE founder announced that the XR market has reached $38 billion in 2023,
Wow.
far exceeding every prediction we've found and shared with you over the years. He estimated that there are over 606 million monthly active users in the metaverse, and AI is going to increase both of those numbers. The biggest news came from companies which promote including AR and mixed reality in retail and e-commerce, showcasing how the advertising industry is finally getting on board the XR train.
Steam VR 2.0 is out after a month in beta. It unifies the Steam ecosystem for all users with a more consistent experience and will handle Steam feature updates faster in the future. Check it out.
Excited about that. Have you played, this is a tough one, man, Squingle? Squingle.
Squingle.
It's Squingle. I love the name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Squingle. I hate the name.
Squingle.
This is a great
Get
one.
the Q in
Squingle.
there.
Yeah,
Squingle.
Squingle. It's an update is coming for this trippy fractal psychedelic puzzle game. It features mixed reality support for the Quest 2 and 3, as well as Pico, Vive XR, Elite, and Steam VR. They announced a multiplayer update coming next year. You can squingle with more people. If you played it, I'd love to know about your experience. Does it match the cool game? I want to know. It sounds kind of crazy.
It does.
Squingle.
Squingle, squingle.
Squingle.
Hey, let's go squingle.
Yes.
Have you squingled lately?
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
Sounds like a dance. Let's do the squingle.
Yeah.
From glass holes to squingle. Here we go.
I want to go there.
Well, we've been reporting on innovative games that allow the player to walk, climb, leap, and dance across great distances without leaving a 4-foot square space. Typical Games' next move continues to break the rules. Many playing the 3-level demo say it is really pushing the boundaries for movement interaction as it emulates the player's movement with hand and body tracking. The full release is due out on November 30th for Quest, Steam, and PC VR. Check it out and let us know how it feels for you. Think it might be a game changer?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
You know, squingle and next move. I mean, these are game changers. Okay. Now, before we move on to the virtual hardware news, where we're covering a few of the crimps in our Quest 3 joy, let's look at some of the confusing ups and downs of the world in and around the former Facebook company known as Meta.
Yeah. It was announced this week that 41 states are suing the company, alleging that Instagram and Facebook are harmful and addictive to kids, ruining young people's mental health. Their claim states that the algorithms, and we quote, dispense dopamine as a pleasure chemical that encourages young user to engage repeatedly with the platform, much like a gambler at a slot machine.
Oh. Declaring a mental health emergency for teenagers, we wonder if this lawsuit will actually have an impact and if it will filter into social VR, changing age restrictions. What we do know is that it will help the conversation continue about the harm exposure to this stuff can cause for the young, and hopefully inspire raising those age limits again.
That's like a yo-yo. Whoops.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really is. Now, Meta's earnings report for the third quarter was both better than expected and worse. Revenue was up 23% from last year to $34 billion US. The shares jumped at the news. Facebook, Instagram, and Reels did well, as did AI. While ad profits were up, the biggest losses were in the Reality Labs division to the tune of $3.7 billion for just the third quarter, totaling more than $21 billion since the start of last year. Now, Zuckerberg says he has long-term plans for XR technology, especially with the release of the new Quest 3, and they expect the fourth quarter to be significantly higher. So it could pull off in the end of the year. We're going to see.
I like his forward thinking for sure. Like him or hate him, I like his forward thinking on VR. Well, with finances in mind, Meta announced they're bundling the subscription fitness app Supernatural, now owned by Meta, with new purchases of Quest 2 and 3. Now, normally $100 US per year. The bundle deal makes it $49 for the first year, joining other free and discounted bundled games and apps. If you've already purchased the Quest 3, check it out at getsupernatural.com.
Yes, do that. There's another one. Get Supernatural. Okay. This week, it's week 3 of Quest 3's. Week 3. Are you still in love with it? Are we hearing a few groans, a few sighs, maybe even moans that aren't the good kind?
Not that bad.
I'm curing mine, but go ahead.
The version 59 update is rolling out, and it has many fixes for both Quest 2 and 3 users. Let's start with the most important complaint, the battery. Many who tried the 20 megahertz setting had to go back to the standard 90 hertz. Official reports claimed a 2.2-hour battery life, but as we saw on the show last week, a Quest 3 headset barely lasted an hour. This update includes a new battery saver mode to extend the life of the battery. This means users with the state-of-the-art newest headset are going to have to choose between high-resolution graphics or longer battery time. In settings, under power, turn on battery saver mode to reduce the frames per second to 72 hertz, apply fixed foveated rendering and lower brightness down to 50%. Quest 1 experience or longer battery. What a choice.
Oh, wow. No kidding.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No.
Now, the pass-through feature, as we've mentioned, continues to be a fan favorite, whether you're shopping or housework. And the CTO announced this week of Meta that the updates are coming to improve it even more and have better support for mixed reality, but not in this update. You're going to have to wait, a little patience. In the meantime, know that more games and apps that support pass-through are due to be released later this month. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Version 59 update includes a new in-headset YouTube live chat overlay, especially for content creators. Quest already supports streaming to Facebook with a live chat overlay. The YouTube version won't handle the streaming. You still have to use OBS or something else. It just adds the chat overlay. If you are a content creator and streamer, you will need to fill in an early access interest form to be approved for use.
Yeah. The update brings improvements to the Family Center for greater control for parents and teens to supervise children's access in Quest. A step in the right direction.
Improvements have arrived for activities, making it easier to play and join in group calls. And the new suggested boundary feature to help you edit the boundary based upon the new surroundings rather than drawing it in again from scratch. Other improvements include the assisted space setup for mixed reality, for improvements in hand visibility, and it promised to bring the remote display app feature from the Quest Pro to the Quest 2 and 3, so you can view your PC desktop in headset without using password.
A fantastic improvement is the ability to report bugs now on the Quest. Tap the Oculus button on the right touch controller 5 times, and it will take you directly to a bug report form. Check it out now. It's brilliant.
Oh, I love it. Now, before we get going, that is brilliant. It's like click your heels together 5 times. You get to go home.
I was
love
thinking that.
I love that. Now, Karen, we're having some serious audio issues.
I know. Lance just messaged me.
Okay.
I'm not sure you want me to re-enter?
I think, well, not re-enter so much as I think you need to exit out completely and come back in. And so we're going to cover for you while you do that. Thank you.
All right. Sounds good.
Right.
Sure.
Good. Steph?
All righty. While the battery and a few other bugs are being updated in version 59, Meta announced that it was still working on the other complaints, including reports that the built-in microphone is worse than the Quest 2 and includes popping noises and no software filtering. Really, players are randomly muted in multiplayer games and platforms. An old song. We had the same thing with Quest 1. Remember the squawk? An update is on the way. We hope.
We absolutely hope. Y'all remember the squawk, right? Is that? I
yeah.
just hated it. It would just blast right out and just break your eardrums, and nobody could control it. So that is definitely coming back. Now, one of the questions that we hope they solve that pretty darn fast. One of the questions that many of us asked was, why did Meta offer the Quest 3 at 128 gigabytes and 512 gig sizes? Why not 256, right? I mean, why not somewhere in that middle? Well, this week's Meta CTO explained that they wanted the headset to be as affordable as possible at the entry level. They decided to target the cheaper headset for those using it for simple social work, maybe a little bit of Beat Saber. Those who are really serious about their VR usage and gaming, their only choice is to go with a higher storage to avoid uninstalling and reinstalling games and apps, right? By offering only 2 price points, it better match the market. As the 512 is selling really fast, it looks like they're right.
Wow. Well, let's go back to the battery issue. Some of you purchased the Quest 2 as soon as it came out, right? Many are reporting that the headset batteries are not lasting as long as it used to last. Initial reports were that you cannot change Quest 2 batteries. That turns out not to be true. If you have the right equipment, patience, and skill, there are instructional videos and tutorials out there to help.
If the headset is under warranty, contact Oculus support and submit a ticket requesting a battery change. Then mail it in and use 2D until you get back. If you have a local repair shop for digital devices, or maybe even a camera shop, they might handle the headset battery change.
If you do it yourself, this voids your warranty. But if the headset is out of warranty, why not? A replacement battery is about $30 on eBay. We've shared videos and tutorials on how to do this in our VR News channel in the News and Updates Discord. If you do or have changed your Quest 2 battery, we'd love to hear about your story.
News is out that Google might bring back Google Glasses, the earliest computerized AR glasses. Android Authority reports that there's code in the Google Assistant that indicates support for AR glasses, which could mean the hardware, or it could mean it will support any AR glasses by allowing Google Assistant integration. We'll be keeping an eye on this. Google Glass was way ahead of its time, and we'd love it to come back. So would Toby.
Okay. Well, we have more news to come, and Karen's now back. But we have a problem with the spatial recording. Is that it? So if all of you can stop the spatial recording, we have 3 people doing a spatial recording because we have backups. They're stopping it now. When she came back in, she wasn't going to be recorded again. So we're going to restart it, and we're going to do it in a count of 4. Is everybody ready? for the spatial
Mhm.
recording to restart. Hang on. Dun, 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 dun. Don't you just love technology?
Mhm.
Oh, this is
You
a
know,
first, another one to add
I
to our memoirs.
yeah. Well, we've had so many tech things over the years. It's like we need to do a whole show in the history of this show. And one of them was the fact that I had crap for net. And I would bounce out and re-enter and bounce out, re-enter like 6 times in a show.
Uh-huh.
It was just a nightmare. So this is easy, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's so much better now.
It is so
I
much
remember
better.
those days.
All right,
Yeah, me
team, I'm waiting
too.
for the sound in my ear to tell me you're ready. Okay, ancient still. Okay. All right, are you ready? On a count of 4. 4, 3, 2. All right, the Pico 4 was released. Not released, has an update. The hand tracking capabilities. The update 5.9.0 removes the latency issues and challenges when darker skinned tone hands, so suntans and darker skinned people, when they overlapped and crossed, they had problems. It also brings improvements to side-loaded apps in the UI along with sleep mode. Now, sleep mode is different than battery saver. When it goes into standby mode for 2 minutes, then it powers down to a lower power stage, turning off automatic updates, which keeps the battery draining so fast. So we'd love to see that kind of feature in all headsets, right? I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes, for sure. Well, rumors are flying about confusing leaks from ByteDance that they might step out of the VR market. So far, the company continues to release official statements that they are in the VR market for the long haul. But the failure to reach the North American market definitely hurt. We're keeping our eyes on this, and we will report on updates.
Apple, whose headset has yet to see the light of day, has a new patent that suggests the company is working on a liquid display technology that could one day replace traditional lenses in VR headsets. Described as a system of multiple chambers filled with liquid that can form and reform to create an optical lens based on the needs of the viewer. This could eliminate the need for custom lenses or glasses and provide a more comfortable and personalized VR experience. It's too soon for this technology to be ready for the Vision Pro and maybe reserved for future headsets. But oh, wouldn't that be great?
Oh my goodness. Well, world building news.
I think it's exciting. I think
I do
that's
too. I'm real
cool,
curious how
yeah.
that all works. Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be a price tag on that though, big time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, world building news. Without a doubt, AIs are changing world building. Our AI section is coming up next. So wake up, pay attention, as we will be discussing some fascinating stuff in just a few minutes.
Blender Nation, the favorite site for Blender users, announced yesterday that they've launched Blender Nation's Bazaar, a resource directory or yellow pages for those who remember that for the Blender community. If you are looking for tutorials, articles, tips, tricks, plugins, add-ons, and other items to support your Blender habit, this could be your new resource. If you are a teacher and creator, this could be a new outlet. We've shared the link in our News and Updates Discord World Building channel.
Nice. World builders, have you heard of retopology? I don't see any hands. I don't hear any cheers.
Oh, no. Oh, there's a hand.
Retopology. Oh, okay. It is the
One person.
process of simplifying the topology of a mess to make it easier and cleaner to work with. This is useful for models used for animation or physics simulation. When it moves, it deforms, and the simpler the topology, the grids, or the polys, the easier it is to control the movement.
Most tools like Blender, Maya, and 3ds Max offer reptology tools, but we were inspired by an article on 80 Level Digest, highlighting a variety of tools to help you clean up your maps and meshes. We've shared the article with you in our World Building channel and our News and Updates Discord. Many of these aren't free, but if you are serious about your building, it may be worth it.
Due to recent thefts at the British Museum, they are investing over $12 million to scan their priceless collection, digitizing over 8 million pieces. Wow, that's almost $1 million per piece.
Yeah.
Jeez. How would
No,
Yeah.
not per piece.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Not.
Well,
We
oh
need a
wait, oh
math
no,
lesson.
no, 8 million. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my math. Oh, that's my bad math skills. Never mind. Scratch that from the video. Okay. How would you like to inventory that? Don't hire me for that. They estimate that the process will
Or for the
upload more
math.
than will upload more than 2.4 million records and take over 5 years to complete. They hope to have a virtual version of the museum in 2029. Like many museums, we are hoping that they will also share some of their artifacts on Sketchfab or other museum asset sites. Their digitization process joins other museums in a race to digitize their collections, including the Grammy Museum and Smithsonian.
Oh, neat.
That is very cool. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right. And I'm really excited about this next part. Is ChatGPT for sale? Ooh. A story we are following from Fortune magazine claims that ChatGPT and OpenAI are in talks to sell employee shares for $80 to $90 billion. This is a startup, folks. That's amazing. The company is expected to generate $1 billion in annual revenue as businesses adopt the technology. There is no doubt that ChatGPT has rocked the world's industries and really, really changed lives. And it has changed my life. It's been incredible.
Oh my goodness. A breakthrough in 3D world generation using natural language prompts is now open for use and is called 3D GPT. It can generate 3D worlds in Blender following text instructions from users. It uses multiple AI agents that focus on a different part of understanding the text prompt and executing modeling functions. For example, you can type a misty spring morning where dew-kissed flowers dot a lush meadow, surrounded by budding trees. That sounds luscious. And 3D GPT will create a complete scene with realistic graphics that match your description. The system may significantly reduce the workload and enhance the creativity of 3D designers and modelers.
Wow.
Got to get into creative writing courses.
Learning descriptions.
Those things, yeah.
Here's another new AI tool that can convert 2D images into 3D models you can use in Blender. Dream Gaussian uses machine learning to transform simple flat images into 3D shapes that can be further edited and customized in Blender. The tool is especially useful for builders who want to create 3D content from their own sketches or images generated by other AI tools such as Midjourney or Stable Diffusion or DALL-E. This opens up so many possibilities. Check it out and let us know how it works for you.
Yeah.
Very exciting. This next one, I'm still not too sure. Now, the ability for non-artists to create art with AI is changing the world, much like, putting a camera in every pocket did to photography. However, just like photographers, many artists are fighting back against generative AI models that use their work without permission or compensation. Nightshade is a tool that lets artists add invisible changes to the pixels in their art before they upload it online.
Harmless to human eyes that can make chaos out of unauthorized image generating AI models that scrape art into their training data. Nightshade can make the output results of models into anything else. Dogs turn into cats, cars into cows, and so forth. The tool is intended as a way to deter AI companies from disrespecting artists' copyright and intellectual property rights, but we fear it may backfire. Copyright and licensing is a complicated topic, and so is AI.
Unfortunately,
It certainly
yes.
is. Yes, certainly is.
Yeah, it is.
Well, on to Discord news. We normally discuss Discord features and techniques. Last week's news about Discord's new reform movement for banned users caught the attention of many of our fans. So let's dig a little deeper.
Most platforms provide tools to ban trolls forever. Discord wants to rehabilitate them. We believe it is better to help bad actors integrate back into our communities. Many attempts have been made over the years, all time-consuming and expensive. Discord is trying to automate the process, and we wanted to find out how it works.
No kidding. So with more than 150 million monthly users, this is a huge task. Every day, the company's AutoMod and other safety protections funnel out spam, harassment, hate speech, porn, and violent content. The audience that Discord struggles with the most, though, are teenagers. Half of their users are 13 to 24 years old. They're a group of high-risk takers. They break the rules, push boundaries. So how can these teens be converted into upstanding digital citizens?
The new system starts with DMs, then moves into servers. If someone breaks the rules in a DM and they're reported, they'll receive a message from Discord with a link to a detailed model of how they broke the rules and a description of the consequences. This is a warning, not a ban, and a step in the process. The reporting system matches the punishment to the crime. If you publish gross content, Discord will temporarily limit uploads. If you raid a server and flood it with messages, they will shut off your ability to send messages temporarily.
Now, the complexity of dealing with servers often makes it hard to identify the person at the heart of the issue and exclude the more innocent participants. This involves AIs, AutoMod, and humans. It isn't perfect. Sometimes it isn't the participants, but the moderators who turn against the server over what are often insignificant disputes. So they need to be held into account, right?
Right, but how do you automate something that needs human judgment? Or can you? And what about huge servers where it is impossible to monitor everything? There are so many layers to this, but Discord is determined to come up with a solution that makes this process not only easier, but fairer, avoiding huge punishment for the lesser evils.
The new system is in testing and will be coming out across all the servers soon. It's called the Teen Safety Assist Program. We're eager to see what they bring to the table and how it might apply to social VR platforms, games, and more.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right,
Very
Marcia.
interesting. What? You talking to me? Are we talking about funny stuff? Hey,
It's time.
This one caught my attention. Okay, numbers are usually not fun, especially for me.
And
Me
for Karen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But scientists have found that they are. Okay, while this may seem like a joke, it is true. And of course, we're going to have some fun with this.
Struggling fun.
Let us give this a shot. Did you know that numbers have feelings? It also turns out that your mood might have something to do with the numbers you encounter. Maybe not exactly, but there is a way to classify numbers into either happy or sad groups. I have yet to be convinced, however.
Well, according to a recent article in Scientific American, scientists found that numbers fall into happy or sad categories. And some numbers are so full of themselves that they're called narcissistic.
Okay.
Are you interested? So, how do you tell if a number is happy or sad? To find out, we're going to find out.
Oh,
You need to
this
do
will be
this.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
Convince
for all
me.
the nerds at heart. Okay. You square each digit of the number and you add them up, and then you do the same thing with the result until you get a single digit number. That's the trick. Okay.
Okay.
Let's give you an example. So if the final number is 2, sorry, if the final number is 1, the number is happy. Are you with me?
No.
No.
If it is 4, the number is sad. Okay. For example, 7 is happy because 7 is happy because 7 times 7 equals 49. And 4 times 4 plus 9 plus 9, get it? 49 is 4 times 4 plus 9 plus 9 equals 97. And 9 times 9 plus 7 times 7 equals 130. Okay, see how that works? And then 1 times 1 plus 3 times 3 plus 0 times 0 equals 10. And finally, 1 times 1 plus 0 equals 1. See, these are happy numbers. If the final answer is 1, it's a happy number. But 5 is sad because 5 times 5 equals 25, and 2 times 2 plus 5 times 5 equals 29, and so on until you get back to 4 and not 5. So 5 is a lonely number.
Oh, that's my favorite number too.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Martha?
Okay. Well, I'm running all these numbers through my head. And
Really?
I'm supposed to say here in the script that it makes sense to me, but I
It's
will be
supposed to be
lying.
ironic. It's irony.
Okay, Marcia, don't
Makes
feel
sense
bad.
to me.
Don't feel
Makes
bad
sense
because
to
it doesn't
me.
make because it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so
Oh.
let's continue with the narcissistic numbers.
Yes,
Okay,
The numbers that are
those-
just full of
Okay.
themselves.
Yeah, I'd have to do some math here too. Okay, these are numbers that are equal to the sum of their digits raised to the power of the number of digits. Can I have 5 minutes to digest that? No. For example, 153. Okay, 150. Whoop. Okay, 153. It just jumped. Is narcissistic because it has 3 digits, and 13 plus
Nope.
53.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's 1. It's 1 times 3. Sorry, and
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay,
There
so
you go.
Okay, one. Every time you make a change, it jumps. Okay, 1 times 3 plus 5 times 3 plus 3 times 3 equals 153. Narcissistic numbers
cool.
are very rare. Oh yes, I have to go back and do it on paper. Narcissistic numbers
Yeah.
are very rare and hard to find, thank God. Unlike happy and sad numbers, which are everywhere. Maybe that's why they're so self-obsessed.
Oh no. Okay, so next time you see a number, try to figure out if it is happy, sad, or narcissistic. You might be surprised by what you discover. Remember, don't judge a number by its cover. It might have a hidden personality that you can only reveal by doing some math.
And be careful. Don't go looking to ChatGPT to help you because it's not very good at math
Yeah,
either.
Irony is not a strong point.
No.
Okay, you just did a number on us. That's all I'm going to say. You did a number on us, didn't you? Oh, golly.
Actually, it's really funny that Karen said don't ask ChatGPT because this actually came from ChatGPT. This was written mostly by an AI because we couldn't figure out how to make it funny, and it was actually really funny. And
We couldn't make it up. It was
ChatGPT
funny.
made it funnier for us. And
Oh,
so
my goodness.
most of that part was written by AI. So there you go.
That's
Blame the
funny.
AI for that one.
So
Okay.
ChatGPT did a number on us, right? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
It did. Okay, so
That's funny.
on to events, people. It's Halloween
Well,
weekend.
if you have some more funny news to share, please let us know. We
Please.
all
We need all the
can.
help we can get.
We need all the help we can get up here.
Oh, that's for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
A reminder, it's Halloween weekend. Many apps and games are decorated up for the spook holiday, and this is your last chance to get your spook.
Psycho Wench Productions hosts. Get your what?
Was it that bad?
I think we're missing a word. Get your spook
You
on. I
said
think is what it was
spook.
supposed to be.
Oh,
I
Get your
anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh golly.
What do you think?
Well, we won't go there. We won't go there.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Psycho Wench Productions hosts the pandemonium of fear in VR chat. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's a new word. We'll figure it out later. The pandemonium of fear in VR chat, Friday and Saturday nights, as well as Halloween night, to terrorize you. So come in and be terrorized this weekend and Halloween night.
yes.
Mhm.
And let's see if I can pronounce this one right. The Shocktober of Fear is tomorrow in Engage XR. It's a crazy and fun event with plenty to do and places to play and explore. It's a giant party of spooky adventures, and our very own Delcine is part of it. Yay!
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 Delcine! Yay!
Poster child for
Yeah,
Poster
it's
child.
fabulous.
Okay, Friday, the open campus of VIRBELA,
Verbella. Verbella.
Verbella
Mhm.
is hosting the don't tell me. Verbellaween Spookeasy.
You did it.
How's that?
yes,
good.
that was
Verbella-
great.
Verbellaween Spookeasy event with live games, music, and dancing in the main campus. Produced by their newest project manager, our friend and the beloved Yunji.
Yunji.
Oh, that's
Yunji.
something to look forward to.
Yunji.
Yunji. Yunji versus Yunjis.
The Upload VR Showcase Winter 2023 is coming December 6th. We are so ready for the showcase of original games and apps in VR. They are partnering this year with IGN to host the free Showcase Live on YouTube. Previous years brought announcements of new VR games, including Mask Maker, Ancient Board Games, Discronia, Drop Dead, The Cabin, Pistol Whip updates, and so many more. We will be watching.
I can't wait.
Yes, me too.
Mhm.
Upcoming conferences that you may wish to consider include the Immersive Tech Week in Rotterdam next week, the Global XR Conference 2023 on November 2nd, the International VR Awards with AI XR at the end of the month, all in the Netherlands this year. The Game Awards for 2023 will stream 7th. SIGGRAPH Asia is in Australia starting on December 12th. We're going to be following the news and reporting on it here.
Well, we made it through.
Barely.
Even with technical difficulties, and you can see all the fun tomorrow. So, News and Updates is celebrating 5 years this year of bringing you the latest in the news and updates from in and around the metaverse. We love keeping you informed on the news, the virtual hardware, the social VR platforms, and the news that our Met community needs to stay informed. You like numbers. You now have something really exciting to take forward to talk over dinner tonight or breakfast or whatever your time zone is. To go. Did you know they're happy and sad and narcissistic numbers? See, you have information you can use.
You can analyze yourself.
There, yeah. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. And thank you to my fellow hosts this week, Marcia, Karen, and Laurel. And to all here on set and behind the scenes, Stands with Trees, Lance, Ancient I Won't Say, Rich, Dave the Turner, Karen 666, and so many others who volunteer their time to produce and support this free Metaverse news show. We are looking for more volunteers, so if you wish to help, please let us know. It's a great opportunity to work and learn with an amazing team.
We also want to thank our amazing producer, Mark, a pioneer in developing this news talk show, the longest consistently running news show in the metaverse. We are coming up to the end of the new year that has been and seen many changes. We are working on some special holiday shows in December, so tell your friends. And if you wish, tell your enemies.
Hey,
Stand on the
those
other
enemies
side of the
close.
room, right?
Yeah.
And we thank all our sources for helping us report on the news from the metaverse. We have them up on the screen. Without their reporting, our job would be so much harder. We'd also like to thank the AIs who help us with our grammar, inventive slide images, and answering our questions. Thank you all,
And math
everyone
problems.
and all.
Mm-hmm.
And math
Solving
problems,
our math
yes.
problems.
Yes.
But not necessarily the jokes. We
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
we film live on Fridays and repeat it with a spatial recording every Saturday because we know you need to know what is going on in the metaverse. Please join our News and Updates Discord to keep up with the news announcements we make throughout the week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for live streaming and to watch recordings of past shows.
We are here after the show to talk to you and to get your news, your updates, and know what numbers that you really are fans of. Now, updates on the metaverse, your metaverse life, and all your experiences. So please join us. We want to know more about your experiences with the Quest 3. And what do you think about this new password system that may be coming? You know, if we're getting rid of typed passwords and stuff, how is that going to work in VR? What is it going to look like? So we filmed the discussion for YouTube's live stream and recording, so stay tuned.
Yes. And you are the reason that we do this every week. Please stand up, stand tough, and most of all, in these uncertain times, please, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! We did a thing.
Hey!
All right, spatial recorders off. Thank you so much. So now the floor is open. You should be able to unmute yourselves and shout out. What do you think about all of this? We want to hear from you.
One thing I like about the Quest 3 is that it doesn't ask you for a password every time you put the headset on anymore, which is actually quite handy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never had
Then
the
you
Quest
must have
2 ask
set
me.
yours up that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have that on the 2.
Yeah, I
No.
didn't either. Yeah.
Me either.
Yeah. You must have set yours up to keep it safe.
Well, I wasn't aware of doing it, but I must have then.
Yeah. It was
yeah,
it's a
okay.
pattern thing, I think.
But I don't mind.
Yeah. All right. Elena Beth.
Hi.
You're on.
Hi,
sweetie.
Elena.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
I wasn't actually going to say anything, but I always can. I mean, I have a Quest 3 and I love it. It's I have monovision, you know, like a different close-up lens in one eye. And so I really, really, really appreciate having my good eye, just having this wide area to look at things. It does make a big difference. I haven't gotten, you know, the extra special lenses. So just the built-in works really well. And I think I had mentioned last time maybe that I have the old VR Balance to make it more comfortable, and I've since gotten a little $10 silicone cover for the front part. So even though it doesn't really, with the counterbalance, it doesn't touch my face really, but it still was touching my forehead. I guess that's part of my face, right? So you know, that little $10 thing makes a big difference also. And I have super long battery because of the external batteries. So you know, it's working well. The thing that I have not found a solution for yet, and I would love to know if anyone else has figured this out. I like using not my AirPods Pro and not the built-in speaker. I like having little wired earbuds.
Mhm.
And, with the Quest 1, there were special ones where you had little ones go on each side. With the Quest 2, you plugged in on the left side, and if you had the right kind of thing made for it, it was just a few inches on the left side to go right into your ear, and then it went around to the right.
Hmm.
Well, on the Quest 3, it's on the opposite side. And
Oh.
when I first plugged it in, it still was routing left to what it thought of as the left, but now it was the right. And I couldn't figure out, it was so disconcerting. I went into Meta Horizon Worlds and I was like, wait a minute, what people are
Voices
talking
are
over
coming from
there,
the
but
wrong
they're
way.
over there. And it was just so horrible that I haven't been, I took it out. And when you look on Amazon for anything that says wired for Quest 3, it says it's the original ones for the 2, and they just changed the
2.
description. So I don't know if there's any way of changing the routing,
Well, Marcia, do you have a,
right to left, or if
do you have an
there's
answer for
something that
that?
you know of that's been made. Yes, Marcia.
Yeah, Marcia?
I have always used earbuds, and you can use Apple earbuds or cheap earbuds. Some are better than others. You put them in your ear. Now, you're right. It was on one side. I believe it was the right side. No, it was on the left side. On the Quest
We used to
2.
plug it in the left, and
Quest
now
3,
we plug it on the right.
On the Quest 3, it's now on the right. But without even putting in an earbud, like for instance today when we all came in, a group of us were standing over here and several people were talking up there in the audience. Where I was standing, I could hear them on my right and the others on my left. That's part of the new Quest 3. So when you put the earphone in with your little earbuds with the cord, it's going to enhance that to be left and right. And the other thing about
I'm saying it's just it's turned backwards, though.
Yeah.
It's turned backwards.
Okay, then check the little rings on your 3.5 millimeter.
No, yeah, but that's if you're just kludging something that is longer. I'm saying the ones that are made for it, so you don't have any extra cord. You don't need to wrap it up. It's just short on one side and a little longer on the other. And and they're nice, and they haven't made them yet. Fixed it that I found. Right.
Things they didn't think of, I think.
Yeah. Just a little thing that's like,
Yeah.
I'll play with that just today.
Yeah.
See if
the
spatial
spatial audio is supposed to be heard on the right and left sides equally, depending on proximity. But when it reverses and you're hearing the left on the right and the right on the left, it can really torque your head. So we love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? I wonder if that's one of those press the Oculus button 5 times and put in a bug fix.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Or they can just make new, the people that are making all these, it's like, they just changed their copy on their ads and they didn't think about it.
Flip it over.
So it's also them.
It means you have to buy a new set. And I think it would be smarter if the option was in the headset to adjust that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to spend more money because it's so much money. It's almost $1,000. By the time you get that and you get this and you get that in a case and whatever, you're up to $1,000. And
true.
so, why couldn't you be able to control it? And especially if you have hearing problems, you should be able to have an accessibility feature so you can transfer over all the audio over to one ear or the other ear.
That's true, right? Like on the iPhone,
Yeah, so I would definitely I would click 5 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's no place like Quest. There's no place like Quest.
What else do you want to add? Anyone else?
Well,
Karen?
Leslie? Oh, wait. Did you want to say something, Leslie?
No.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think everybody here, their Quest 3 fits okay, but for Marcia and I, who have small heads, Rich, no comment on the brain size, please. But for Marcia and I, who have small heads, Marcia has found a workaround, and maybe
we're going to report on it next week.
Later. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
We'll also we'll report on maybe my other, I think, wonderful discovery of my new strap covers that I put on.
Ah,
Nice.
okay.
Hmm.
So we
My
got lots. See,
controller.
we're getting
I'm
previews.
sorry, my
We're
controller
getting
covers.
okay.
Hmm.
We're getting previews already. See, well, this is good stuff. I love it. I love it. All right. Anyone else?
I'd like to
Well,
look
I
more
would like
into
to
how
let you know that my battery
on.
is down to 20%.
Okay, then you made it further. Leslie, what?
I would like to figure out how I can change the battery of the Quest 2. You said something about changing the battery.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
too.
it's in our news and updates Discord. We have a link to it. We have a video and stuff that's in there, and it requires some real special, delicate.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
But if you're used to working with real, with it requires some jewelry tools. But you can get all, if you're really handy, I think you can do it. My husband took apart some Surface Pro 4s and replaced the batteries, and it was rather
I need
interesting
Lance
to
for
see.
that.
Gulp.
Yeah, but he had some, he had to get to some special tools because the first time he did it, he destroyed the cord for the cable for the graphic card. But if you've ever seen inside of like a Surface Pro 4 or an Apple iPad or something, they're fascinating. The guts inside are really fascinating. And the same thing when I was watching the video, on how they were taking the battery out, how they're putting these devices that are so small. I mean, these devices are sitting in our hand. And the technology is so tiny that they put in. It's just absolutely amazing. So I love it. All right, producers said we're at the end of the show. I want to thank everyone so much for being here. And we'll be hanging around the studio for just a few minutes, and we will be back here tomorrow, 1 hour earlier than right now. So please come join us and for the repeat of all of our silliness.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
All
Yeah,
right, Matt,
thank
do
you,
your thing.
everybody.
All right, we did a thing.